We are, of course, in peak summertime right now. So many of us are spending time at Lake Michigan or a pool or maybe another lake somewhere. Sadly, though, we have already seen several drownings of both children and adults this summer here in West Michigan. I spoke at length with Dr. Angela Seabright. She's a care management physician at Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan about all of the things you need to keep in mind so that every member of your family has a safe summer in the water.
Drowning is one of the leading causes of death for children under the age of 4. According to the American Red Cross, every year in the United States, an estimated 4,000 die from unintentional drowning. That's an average of 11 drowning deaths per day. So education on water safety is extremely important to reduce the risks of these types of accidents, not only for kids, but also for adults. Bathtubs are actually a leading source of drowning for young children. So you want to make sure that if there's a child under 4, that you're within arm's reach of them when they're in or near water. The danger really comes with distractions. And when you're gathering for a holiday, you're putting food out, you forget that there's that water source there, and that is a danger. And so the number one way to prevent these water accidents is supervision. Adults need to closely and constantly supervise kids playing in or near water. Again, you need to be within arm's reach of younger children, and you really want to minimize those distractions. So talking with other adults, looking at your phone, if you're grilling, all of these can be distractions. And then, of course, alcohol, anything that can impair your judgment while you're supposed to be supervising children. You really want to make sure that you have a designated water watcher. That's a sober adult that's keeping their eyes on the water at all times. Drowning can happen quickly and quietly. It's not always what you see in the movies where someone's thrashing around or calling for help. It could be a child just quietly slipping under the water, and it could happen in minutes. I think one of the best things we can do as adults is learn CPR. Know what to do when someone's in trouble. You also don't want to put yourself at risk. You always want to call for help so that the rescuer is not doesn't become the victim as well. So you want to be able to call for help, and you want to learn CPR on both adults and children. And adults can learn CPR. They can sign up for classes online or in person through the American Red Cross or the American Heart Association. When we think about water safety, we do think a lot about, the wonderful lakes here in Michigan, but it's also about pool safety as well. You want to set clear pool rules. You want to make sure that there are barriers around pools. So 4-sided fences significantly reduce a child's drowning risk. You want to make sure that the fences are at least 4 feet in height. Using self-closing and self-latching gates are another layer of protection. Also want to think about life jackets. So children should wear U.S. Coast Guard approved life jackets at all times during all activities in or around open water or when participating in water sports. You want to check the life jackets, make sure that they're snug, but they're not loose enough where you can pull them up over the child's chin. You also want to check the life jackets for wear and tear. If the straps are loose, the buckles, you want to discard of those and get a new life jacket. Make sure that it's effective. Water safety isn't just for kids. It's equally important that adults keep safety in mind when entering a body of water. You want to avoid alcohol while swimming, boating, or supervising children. Again, important for adults to learn how to perform CPR on children and other adults. You never want to swim alone. You never know when an unexpected medical event may occur. So it's really important to use the buddy system. And even in adults who are solid swimmers, still need to be cautious of natural waters and hazards such as dangerous currents, rocks, or weather conditions that can pose risks. Well, just a quick tip too, a lot of times we don't think of swimwear as being life-saving, but visibility is important when we're thinking about swimming. And oftentimes we choose nautical colors, the blues, the greens, but those colors really blend in with the water. They can actually disappear entirely when a child is underwater. They can mimic shadows or debris in natural bodies of water. So you might want to look for some bold, bright colored swimsuits this swim season. Think neon colors, highlighter, orange, yellow, really important to keep the visibility. So parents sign their kids up for so many activities. Swim lessons should be top of list. Swim lessons can help reduce drowning risk for kids from ages 1 to 4, which is the most vulnerable age group. And it really helps kids become more comfortable in the water, also reducing the risk of drowning. Again, it's a layer of protection, but it should never substitute for supervision.
Some really good advice there. And Blake, here